Hey, I thought I'd do a quick pro-con list of my electric motorcycle when compared to a gasoline bike. To demonstrate, I have two bikes. I have a 2019 Zero S with a 14.4 kilowatt hour battery, and to represent the gasoline bikes, I have a Honda CBR 1000 RR. It's more badass looking, so it automatically wins. So, to give more details about the electric bike, like I said, I picked it up in the Phoenix area for about $11,000. It's about 8 hours to fully charge. It takes standard level 1 120 outlet to charge. Weighs about 400 pounds. Max speed is about 100 miles an hour. Range can be anywhere from 60 miles to maybe 150 miles, all depending on how fast you're going. Faster you go, the faster the battery drains. Now right here where the gas tank would be, you have three options. You can leave it as storage, as it is right now, or you can put in a level 2 charger, or you can add an additional 3.6 kilowatt battery. So let's talk about the differences between these two bikes. First off, obviously you have no clutch here, and you have no shifter for your foot, which also means you don't have the nice dirty mark that gets on your boot from shifting. Now the downside to not having a shifter is that you don't feel as connected to the bike, and I kind of feel like I'm riding a scooter as opposed to a motorcycle. Now lack of shifting means that you're also going to miss out on all the fantastic sounds that the bike makes when you're shifting through your gears, but at the same time you're actually going to be able to hear things on this bike like your turn signal and people walking and people talking next to you in your car. It's quiet enough to where I don't have to wear ear protection underneath my helmet when I'm doing surface roads, so like 45 miles and under. Other great thing is there's no heat coming off of this, and especially in Phoenix summers when you're sitting at a stoplight and you don't have heat coming up from the bike, it's a fantastic benefit. Also, having no engine means that you don't have to change the oil, or there's no leaks on the floor, which is really nice. Let's talk about a few of the downsides. So if you're not fully charged at 100% battery, you can't really go for a spontaneous longer ride. You have to say, oh wait, let me charge before I can get going. Whereas on a bike, if you forget to fill up, you can go to the gas station, fill up, and in a couple of minutes you're ready to go for a ride. This bike does have, I would say, a higher initial cost than, say, a 600cc, which I would say is about roughly the equivalent of this bike. So it's a higher cost, I'd say, to start, and also the parts are more expensive, and it's a little bit harder to work on because, you know, if you need to replace the motor and some of the electronics, you have to order those special from Zero. Some of the things like the tires and the brake pads, those are the same. So those are just my thoughts on pros and cons of electric versus gas. There's a couple things I forgot to mention. Regarding the clutch, it's nice that during rush hour that you don't have to constantly be pulling in the clutch. The bike is quiet but not completely silent, although it's quiet enough in a parking lot that pedestrians like to step out in front of you. I've had this bike for about a year, and I would say if you have the funds, have both an electric and a gasoline bike because they both have their benefits. I tend to find myself reaching for the electric more often. Lastly, I would say this is not as satisfying as when you turn on your bike and you get to hear this.